Hi, welcome to episode 4 of the weekly update. I hope you can understand me alright. I've got quite a sore mouth today, so I hope I'm pronouncing everything okay for you. Update this week. Not a lot going to be happening actually, because I've not been feeling that great, but a few small projects in the making. I've got another project going up for you tomorrow night. Another simple easy one, not a box one, but another simple easy one for you. And I've got a couple of small projects that I'm going to make today, which will be coming up. One about drawer handles for your bandsaw boxes. Often there's something that are not really thought about that much when you make the box, because you're just trying to work on making sure that the box looks perfect, and the handle is often the most important thing on there. And I've made some big errors with handles in the past, but well, you learn. But I'm going to do it'll just be a short project video on thinking out the box for handles. What else has happened? Oh, well, I got given from a friend of mine some offcuts of wood. This is beautiful figured wood, this. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to use it for. I think it might end up being a box with resin. It's you, but oh, it's amazing. I might try and cut these voids out and use quite a big bit and fill it with the resin for whenever I'm efficient at wood turning. I also got this bit, which would also make a great box if you could cut this out. I'm actually been thinking of making a small bandsaw box with the wood and resin in the future, so maybe some of these bits would be good for that. I'm very lucky. A lot of people give me offcuts of wood because I use them for handles on the boxes, or for little ends on ring boxes and things like that. So I was very thankful to Jim, a friend of mine, for giving me that this week. Really appreciate it. Got some little pots ready here. I did a bit of stabilising of wood last week, and I wanted to get into adding some colours into it, more so for little pots or for pen blanks. So I'm going to be putting some in colours today, and I'm going to put enough bits in there that over the next 2 or 3 weeks I'll be able to take a bit out each week, and we'll see how much darker they get with the time that they've left. So I'm going to put them in today, and I may take one out tomorrow, and then I'll add that to next week's update, but we'll see. I might just put them in there and leave them a week. I'm going to do one pot of small little bits of violet, and I think the other pot's going to be green, and we'll just see how well the wood comes out over the following 3 weeks. So obviously I'll put enough bits in there that a bit can come out each week, and I can bake it, and at the end we'll see how much colour it absorbs over time. So we've got that today. Other than that, I've got a box which is also a future project for yourself, which you have to get finished over the next couple of days. And yeah, I was talking about the pencil pots. I've got one on the lathe, the one that I did in resin. It's on the lathe ready to turn, and then I've been gluing pencils. It's the most boring job ever. I'm not sure I'd want to do these regular. But anyway, I get these sanded off and sandwiched between some wood today, and they'll be ready for turning, and we'll see how they come out. I'm not that hopeful, but I do like a challenge. So that's about it. It's quite a short one this week, because I'm basically trying to concentrate on finishing the box, and I think there's possibly maybe another order coming in, but I'll also make that into a project if that one comes in. I've been continuing to sand this one down. It actually left some toolpath rings in the wood, and the reason it did that on this project is because I had it going at too fast a speed, and I could have changed the way the finishing toolpath was done, but you learn by everything. So I've had to do a lot more sanding on that than I would normally, and what I've had to do previously on 3D projects. So that's it, a quick one this week. I'll upload this evening, which is Wednesday, and I'll upload your project tomorrow, which is Thursday, and hopefully I think it's about the same time next week before the next update's out, and maybe I've got everything finished, and hopefully I'll be starting to concentrate on ripping this place down. Oh, another thing I want to say this week, I've got I won in an Instructables competition a DeWalt thickness planer, which is actually sitting underneath there. You can't see it because it's covered with a hoover, but it's 110 volts, and I hate electricity. Anything to do with electric, I just don't like it at all. So it had the obviously American plug on it, and I needed to use a transformer. So I had to first cut the plug off it. This has taken me months to do because I've been avoiding doing it. Managed to find a wiring diagram and got the 110 plug on it. And my dad had a transformer for me, which I don't think is here. And it was... Anyway, I thought this 110 volt transformer would do it. Anyway, plugged it all up, got it together, and it kept cutting out after about every 30 seconds. If it wasn't for fellow woodworkers from Woodworkers UK, which is a Facebook page, and from a couple of really good friends as well, one from work and a very good friend that gave me the woods, I would have been just completely stuck, because I do not understand about amps and volts and all of that. But they actually managed to sort the issue out. Woodworks UK even put me a link up to where I could get the transformer that I needed, and the transformer came through this week and it's working, an absolute dream. It's so important to have people around you, really, or at least be on groups. You don't have to live anywhere near. There's groups out there that you can join to give you advice. So probably that's where I spent quite a lot of time this week, is on, it's a Facebook page, Woodwork UK. Well worth joining them. It's all amateurs. There is professionals on there, but they're all amateur woodworkers, but they've all got such an array of experience in areas that, like I say, if it wasn't for them this week, I would have probably sold that, because I wouldn't have known how to get it going. So on that cheerful note, I'm going to finish for this week, and hope you have a great week all, and hope you enjoy the project that goes up tomorrow. If you've got anything to say, write it in the comments below. If you like what you're seeing, give me a thumbs up. Share the projects when they come out. That's great. I don't use YouTube to make money or anything like that. I'm not interested in that, using YouTube for that. I use it to get out there, to be seen by others, and to also join others and enjoy their projects. It's not just a one-sided thing. So anyway, if you want to see more of what I'm doing, and this is your first time maybe coming here, subscribe, and if you press a little bell next to it, you'll be alerted every time a video comes up. So anyway, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. See you next week.